So if you're just joining, it's a Pacifist deck. The goals are we want to have only units that have 0 strength. We want to have only 1 damage spell. And we just made it work on Covenant level 1. Mostly using regen. So let me quickly show. So we used Spikes Sentient. We used, Guardian Stone was kind of incidental, didn't make a huge difference. Offering Monument just to draw, but you'll see all of them have 0 strength. We didn't make a whole lot of use of Siren Song that run, especially because in my idiocy I accidentally got rid of it. But in general, I think that played out better than I was expecting. So we're going to do it again. So 0 strength units, 1 or less damage spells, and we're going to do Awoken Stygian again because you need the Awoken champion, and the Stygian is where we get all of the incant based units. I'd really like to try one that's like completely built around sap. So Pyre Shards is good. Razor Sharp Edge is bad because we don't want damage on our units. We'll have to get rid of these or they just become dead cards. Merchant costs are reduced by 25%, seems good. And we'll do Spikes again. Getting more draw is not going to help us in this early fights. Non-boss enemy units get +4. Is fine. If we stack up on the top floor, they're only going to do 5 damage. So we put the Sentient up top, and then we can start cleaning some of them out. That's the other nice thing about having the Sentient with Spikes, is it gets around the Covenant 10, where your units get dazed when they're played on the top floor. It doesn't matter if you have Spikes. We can use this as a way to get rid of 0 health units, like this. Increasing Spikes seems good. And getting some regen on him, it doesn't really do much right now. This is where it gets dangerous. Being able to take out 3 of them, or maybe 2 of them. Maybe we do a half measure, right? So 1, 2, 3, something like that. Then we have something to heal. Let's put Offering, get rid of a Train Steward. Getting one of those, and then healing back. Seems smart. Let's hope we get more, yep, Frozen Lances. Offering. And I think he's doing 5 damage. He needs to attack 10 times. What are we gonna get? We're gonna get 2 Frozen Lances and a Razor Sharp Edge. Right? Yeah. 2 Lances, Razor Sharp Edge. So let's heal him twice. And then is it a Train Steward? That adds 25. Let's see, he'll do 5. If I do this, that's 8 damage per. That won't change other than by adding. How much is that adding? That's adding 8 times 4. 40 damage. This is adding 5 times 6. 30 damage. So clearly 40 damage is better. And we almost kill him. We're only going to take 5 damage to our pyre, which is pretty good. So we can't play Sharpen, that's the problem. Because Sharpen adds extra damage. And we want to avoid, by the end, that we have any extra damage on our units. Or extra strength, is what I mean. Having Offering to cycle. I think we skip again. And we did not get any of the units that we can play. So not a great start. We had a very similar start in the last run, and we still managed to pull it together. I think we need to start upgrading spells. There's a chance we don't even get a Stygian unit that we can play. And so I would prefer... Didn't get it there either. Being able to remove Consume on our Pyre Shards is very important, and then minusing the cost of Pyre Shards so that it's only 1. Upgrade a spell with 10 magic power. We can upgrade one of our restores to be more restoring. And then purging a Train Steward already. How many? So we have to get rid of 6 cards. These 2 become dead cards. 6 cards. We have... Well, we're gonna go this route to get the Stygian Banner. Here's 1 Unstable Vortex. Here's a 2nd Unstable Vortex. And 3rd Unstable Vortex. 4th Unstable Vortex. So we'll have enough. We don't need to use our coin to remove any cards. We don't care about spikes because we use spikes. Happy to have the enemies bash their heads against my Sentient here. So we can do Sentient. We can add additional spikes already. Let's get rid of the Razor Sharp Edge. We can even clear this guy out to reduce some damage and use a regen to reduce another. I think we're going to want Double Train Steward on the 2nd floor for anyone that gets past this 1st floor. And then I think we Razor Sharp Edge just to, or no, we can just Frozen Lance it. Either way, that's fine. Double Frozen Lance gets him to 12. We could get a 3rd Frozen Lance. We don't. So then we're going to let him get there anyway. We'll take 5 damage. Discard the Train Steward. I think we just stack regen on our Train Steward here. Taking 70 right now. They die on the first hit, that does 8. If I restore, I can get another hit in. I can also, he does not have spikes. Getting the Train Steward out does not help us. But being able to do 8 damage, so he'll do 8, that'll put me at 20. And then I'll hit. Let's see how much damage that does. 102. Regenning will not make a difference. 22, 23. It won't put us over the threshold. So instead, we can... Well, we'll do more damage. Frozen Lancer, I think the Train Steward ends up net more damage on the second floor. And unfortunately, we're going to take 2 shots. So that's 6, 9, 13 damage to the fire. That will kill him. We can restore. Train Steward. Yeah, this will kill either one of them because he sweeps. We can get 4 extra damage on him. Or 6 extra damage is going to be better. That does not put him below threshold, so we'll take an extra 12 damage. Okay. This might be more difficult. If we can't get the units like we got last time, so the Revenge Siphon or none of these are great. This would be the good damage spell to keep. Because that can do up to 50, and if we add more magic damage to it, we can do up to 100. And then we clear out all the rest of our damage spells. Ice Tornado would also be the good single damage spell, but I think it's more thematic if we use the heal and Restoration Detonation. So now, very, very important for us is that we get a Stygian unit we can play. We got the Titan Sentry. Okay, so at least now we can start stacking Frostbite. We can't do Large Stone. We can put spikes onto the Titan Sentry and increase his health. That's really good because then we can take advantage of both. So he's applying Frostbite and he's applying spikes damage. We can stack spikes on him. We just need the regen now. Copy something 5 times. We could just stack Pyre Shards. Is that crazy? To just stack that every turn we're adding insane amount of spikes? I think that's how we can do it. That might have killed us, but I really like the idea of just insane spikes on our either our Awoken or on the Titan Sentry. Revenge. Might seem strange. I'm gonna put both of them on the top floor. And I'm just going to trash a Train Steward to the bottom. I mean, it's not strange. It gives us more time to stack lots of spikes onto our Titan Sentry. So now 20 spikes. We've almost got enough to kill the Forged Disciple. We need 5 more. And then these guys are only going to do 1 damage. I mean, that's the main thing, is trying to reduce the amount of damage that we're taking. We can Razor Sharp Edge this bomb. We need another Pyre Shards. And do we have more? We don't. We're out of Pyre Shards. So then let's Offering Token, and I think we're going to need the damage here. And reducing 1 damage is not going to make a big difference. We're going to need the damage there. We need... Let's see, he's going to do 3 Frostbite, so 27 damage. We need 7 damage on this front Forged Disciple for him to die. With Restoration Detonation, we're good. 2 Frozen Lances, Frozen Lance plus Razor Sharp Edge, but we end up taking more damage. Oh, actually, we're going to be okay because the Frostbite is going to get applied multiple times. Yeah, that's exactly right. So then he dies due to the Frostbite from the other units. That works out really well. So then let's do... we want to start stacking... No, I think we just do this. We can put some damage on the front unit. Giving him 1 restore doesn't really help a lot. We can trash another Train Steward. This is actually surprisingly really good because it does mean that these guys all die. How many do we need? How many stacks do we need? So if I use... let's use Offering Token. If I get rid of one of them, is it enough Frostbite stacks? Right now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 18. 32 would not be enough, so we can't kill any of them. We can Frozen Lance twice here to soften him up, and we get rid of another Train Steward. And we're on to Final Wave. Just stacking up the spikes. And then the question is, this is 3 health. 9. We are going to get Restoration Detonation by the time the boss gets there. Ideally, we can actually play it. But I still think getting more spikes... Let's do that. This guy... I don't know how we're going to kill... I guess we don't need to, right? The boss just dies... bashing his head against our unit here, so let's give him more health and regen. He's almost at full health now. 467. So then if we apply 1, 2, 3, he dies. So Flawless Daedalus, and I think always stacking on the top floor is going to make the most sense. And I don't think we want Siren Song, but getting the Awoken Spell, the Awoken Rail Spike to get 0 cost, honestly, 0 cost anything would be great. We get another Titan Sentry. Okay. I guess the game wants us to win now. Oh, I mean, doing it on Covenant 1... Okay, doing it on Covenant 12 really is the challenge. Okay, I mean this is starting to come together a little bit. What do we want to do? I think we want the draw. Or 1. I think we want the draw. It makes us a little bit slower at the beginning, but once we get our Awoken Spike, and once we start trimming out other units, then I think we're in a really good position. So here, let's hope we get one of the 0. We didn't. The 0 strength units. Chance to apply Dazed. I think chance to remove buffs is stronger because we don't need the Dazed. In fact, we don't want it. We want instead that the units attack our units. And we're mostly going to stack on the top floor anyway. Upgrade our champion with more spikes or with Rejuvenation, because then we can put it behind one of the Titan Sentries and still take advantage of having him there. Mm-hmm. Multi-strikes are fine. Yeah, better, in fact. Makes them more likely to die and stacks more frostbite. Now here we actually might want to stack on the bottom floor, because they increase damage as they get higher up. Or maybe we go half measure and we do the middle floor. Let's do it like this. Let's put Titan Sentry. Titan Sentry, Sentient. They're already taking 20 damage. And where do we want to dump this Train Steward? We can just have him chump block. Because they'll die to the Sentient. We'll have them chump block there. Let's see what we draw. Kills one. That's right, because now they're doing more damage. So I think we want it like... Oh, that does... Ah, that's right, it kills because of the trigger. So we can get the gold there. They die here because they get 2 more frostbite stacks. Restoration Detonation... Or just, I think just extra spikes. That kills them. Cool! Now the enemies are just killing themselves against our Titan Sentry. We can Pyre Shards. Let's do Offering. We don't need, I think instead stacking some regen and restoring health. Going to be the most benefit for us. Do we Awoken Spike, or Awoken Rail Spike now? We could get some cards that are not so great. I think instead we just stack more Pyre Shards. And then Pyre Shards, Restore. 261. Now this seems interesting because we could get Restoration Detonation. Let's do this first. Get rid of the dead weight. And Restoration Detonation would allow us to tank an additional 2 hits. Is there anything in here that we would be sad to get? Yes, either Frozen Lances, the Train Steward. Maybe we just play these 3 to be safe. That already increases the damage quite a lot, and we can stack 2 more Pyre Shards. And he dies due to the... oh, he gains more damage. That's the problem. Yeah, so it was actually really good we did that, because we don't want him to survive longer. We want to do more spikes early on. We can do Restoration Detonation to do an instant 50 damage. Seems good. Applying Pyre Shards gets us 12 damage. What else we can draw? Healing him does not make a difference, so instead we do Frozen Lance. Our Sentient has 45, and yeah, we can heal him to do 15 damage bursts. And he's already going to die, so we can do Pyre shards, restoration detonation. Cool. This is going well. Do we care if they swap? I don't think so. But I mean, we might as well take it. Yeah, Charge Channeler or Shard Channeler is the best here. I mean, getting the healing spells for free is also really good, but doing double damage on spikes is much stronger. And I don't think we want any of these. We definitely don't need spell weakness, and I think Crystalline Seeds is not as beneficial as stacking more spikes onto our units. So we're going to go for another Unstable Vortex. We will remove the last two Train Stewards. That will significantly improve our draw. Let's check out the caverns first. Get a magical spell, Rail Spike. We'll put that on a Frozen Lance. So that we can get one big Frozen Lance that we never see again. And deck improvements. Double stack? No. Consume on one of our heals. Seems good. Lowering the cost of Restoration Detonation. Seems good. Let's reroll. Holdover on Restoration Detonation. That's going to be our 1 damage spell throughout the rest of the fight. So getting it to 0 cost and just being able to play it and restore health on our spike unit is going to be really beneficial for us. And it will be a lot of damage because our champion also has the explosive effect on restoration. So now, what do we want to reduce cost? Probably this restore. And we can upgrade another restore to have consume. Getting all these consumed on our cards is really good because then we... let me see what the Seraph is. Cleanse all... Oh, this is going to be a problem. He will cleanse spikes. Yeah, we don't care if they enter with spikes. And the nice thing is the stealth, we don't care about the stealth boss because we don't want to do any damage, direct damage anyway. So we put our spiky Titan Sentry on the bottom. We put our second Titan Sentry on, or we put the Sentient behind him so that we can get the heal triggers. If we do that, do we have enough to kill this tank? We might not. So I think then we do it like this. We still play Restoration Detonation just to get it out. We add more spikes. He's going to give more damage to the enemy unit anyway, so lowering that damage is already helpful for us. We want the Shard Channeler. We can eliminate one of these units now. Probably the damage unit. Let's see what else we draw. Let's get rid of the Awoken Spike. We can use the Restore up there rather than Restoration Detonation. One, two, three. We can do it a lot of damage. How greedy are we? How greedy are we? I think we're pretty greedy. And we heal him up. We can take him out, doesn't really do much. Let's reduce some damage there. Restoration Detonation puts him down to, I can't see. Game, please. 33. Restoration Destination drops him down as well. We can also increase Pyre Shards. We need to get him down to 30. He's taking 17 now, so he is at 60. He's already at the interval. And he will take 14 damage twice. We'll take 28. And I think it's better to try to kill this guy off. Because we could outright kill him. Let's put more spikes down. We can save ourselves 7 damage, or we can... we're gonna guarantee... He's dead, guaranteed. So let's do that. Let's kill him. Let's regen up. Right, so we start with Restoration Detonation to kill him. This guy is a little bit of a problem. We're gonna do 10. Do we have any restores? We have the free restore. Let's eliminate the backliner. No, this one doesn't change the damage amount if we do it like that. But that's just more damage. Oh, he doesn't increase the damage of other units. So I think we do it like that. And then stack even more Pyre Shards onto our Titan Sentry. Restoration Detonation. Let's see what we get for the offering. More restore. I don't think we want the Razor Sharp Edge. How much can we get him down to? That's 15. 45. We can kill him. Take damage so that we can Restoration Detonation kill him. That would do 30. Alternatively, we can basically kill this guy now and still do 45. But that might be too much. If we take damage from him, let's see. He's already going to take twice, so that's 8. Let's imagine we get this guy below 30. That's 12. 18 damage. This guy, let's see. He'll take 5. Actually, he'll die to 1 Restoration Detonation on the next floor. We're good. We're good. So we do it like that. And actually, he's taking more damage than that. He's taking this plus 15. Oh no, he's just taking the 15. That's right. Well then in that case, I wonder if it... Will it be enough? Spikes, 14. So add 4. 18... plus 45 is enough. 29. Putting him to 18. He's already dying. Because the extra no. I'm actually curious why. Oh, because of the regen at the end of turn. So then, in that case, we can do it like this, so that he dies, and we can put more spikes onto our bottom unit. I forgot about the end of turn regen trigger. So now, we want to do Restoration Detonation here. He's already taking 159. He's not dying quite yet. I may need to do Restoration Detonation just to guarantee that this guy dies. because 35 damage is not enough. 8 spikes is not enough. We do it like that. We do this, this, and toss in some incidental damage. We can Restoration Detonation again. What are we drawing? Getting a free Frozen Lance and a free Pyre Shards? Let's see what we get. So we can get a free Pyre Shards now. This would be 30, 42, get the free one, 54. The Restoration Detonation here. We add more Pyre Shards. Let's Offering Token to get rid of the edge there. Restore. Apply more Pyre Shards, and attack. And I don't think we did enough. Yep. Yep, he's gonna kill us. Dang. Oh, I thought we had it. I thought we had this. Let's go one last time. So we'll do one more attempt on Covenant 11.